we assume things are nailed on, but you know what? Everyone assumed La La Land was nailed on for Best
It's
Picture.
true.
And look at what happened there.
Oscar time. It is pub talk.
I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to storm the Oscars.
Parasite's one of those films that blew me away.
Parasite will just edge it. I think it's going to be close.
Parasite.
The 94th Annual Academy Awards will soon be upon us, and one of the greatest aspects of the awards season is that it enables movie lovers to engage in opinion and debate over the films that they've enjoyed the most over the past 12 months. With the Oscars being the pinnacle of awards season, it is always guaranteed to fuel those contentious fires even further, with the announcements of those pictures being celebrated and those that were snubbed. This year will be no different in that regard. But one thing that most of us can agree on is that the 2022 Oscars return to its home at the Hollywood and Highland Dolby Theatre is a welcome one, and the die-hard fans of Hollywood's glitz and glamour gala event can look forward to a more traditional awards ceremony. Due to the pandemic and social distancing requirements, 2021 saw the Oscars move away from its home at the Dolby Theatre to Union Station in Los Angeles. However, 2022 is coming into focus as a return to normal, and this year sees the event return home and, for the first time in 4 years, Oscar is bringing home a host. Well, 3 of them to be precise. Along with the return of an auditorium filled with Academy members and guests, this year will also see the return of the world's most famous red carpet. The nominees have been announced, and so, with that being said, here is my Oscars top 10 regarding the 94th Annual Academy Awards. On June 24, 2009, AMPAS announced that the number of films to be nominated in the Best Picture Awards category would increase from 5 to 10, starting with the 82nd Academy Awards. However, in 2011, the Academy revised the rule again so that the number of films nominated was between 5 and 10, with Bruce Davis, the Academy Executive Director at the time, saying, "A Best Picture nomination should be an indication of extraordinary merit. If there are only 8 pictures that truly earn that honour in a given year, we shouldn't feel an obligation to round out the number." This system lasted for 10 years until 2021, when the Academy made the decision to revert back to a set number of 10 Best Picture nominees, starting from this year's 94th Academy Awards and onwards. Nine first-time nominees are nominated in the lead and supporting acting categories this year. Kristen Stewart scores her first ever nomination for her portrayal as Princess Diana in Spencer in the Best Actress category, while other nominees include Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, Anjanou Ellis for King Richard, Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter, Ciarán Hinds for Belfast, Troy Kotsur for CODA, and the trio of Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons and Cody Smith-McPhee, all for their performances in The Power of the Dog. Sticking with the number 9, and in addition to being nominated for Best Actor for King Richard, Will Smith also shares the film's Best Picture nomination with producers Tim White and Trevor White, making Smith now the 9th person to be nominated for both acting in and producing the same film in the same year. He is only the second black man to achieve this distinction after Denzel Washington was nominated in both categories for 2016's Fences. Speaking of Denzel, he remains the Oscars' most nominated black actor after receiving a Best Actor nomination for his performance in The Tragedy of Macbeth. This is his 9th acting Oscar nomination and his 10th overall nomination at the Academy Awards, due to the aforementioned Best Picture nomination as a producer for Fences. With his 8th career nomination, Steven Spielberg is now tied with Billy Wilder with the 3rd most Best Director nominations ever. He is second only to Martin Scorsese in the most nominated living directors. Meanwhile, with her nomination for Belfast, Dame Judi Dench earned her 8th career acting nomination, making her the most nominated non-American actress of all time. She'd previously been tied with Cate Blanchett, Kate Winslet, Ingrid Bergman and Greer Garson on 7. She is the 4th most nominated actress of any extraction, tied with Geraldine Page and Glenn Close, and trailing only behind Bette Davis on 10 nominations, Katharine Hepburn on 12, and the Queen of the Oscars nominees Meryl Streep, who has a record 21 nominations. This year also sees the 8th film in Oscars history to receive the double honour of earning nominations for both Best Picture and Best Foreign Language Film, the category which was renamed to Best International Feature Film in 2019. Those 8 titles are Algeria's 1969 film Z, Sweden's The Emigrants from 1971 and 72, the Italian picture Life is Beautiful from 1998, Taiwan's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon from 2000, Austrian nominee Amor from 2012, Alfonso Cuarón's Roma from Mexico in 2018, the South Korean black comedy thriller Parasite from 2019, and this year's Best Picture and Best International Feature Film nominee from Japan, Drive My Car. Parasite is to date the only nominated foreign language film to win the most coveted Best Picture Oscar, while The Emigrants from 1971 and 1972 was the only one of the 8 to receive the nominations in different years, and was also the only one of the 8 to not receive the award for Best International or Foreign Language Film.
7.
Kenneth Branagh now holds a record as the first person to be nominated for 7 different individual Oscar categories in total throughout his career. He has previously received nominations for Best Live Action Short Film, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Supporting Actor, Best Actor, and Best Director. He now adds 2 more categories to that impressive list, having secured nominations for Best Original Screenplay and Best Picture for Belfast. Meanwhile, extending her lead as the most nominated songwriter to never win the Oscar, Diane Warren has earned her 13th Oscar nomination to date and her 7th nomination in the past 8 years for writing the song Somehow You Do from the film 4 Good Days.
6.
With his nomination for West Side Story, Steven Spielberg becomes the first person to get Best Director nominations in 6 separate decades, starting in the 1970s with Close Encounters of the Third Kind and followed by 2 in the 1980s for Raiders of the Lost Ark and E.T. Spielberg then bagged 2 Best Director nominations in the 1990s, winning the award on both occasions for Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan, before being nominated again in the noughties for the 2005 film Munich. His next Oscars nod was in the 2010s decade for Lincoln, and now in the 2020s he is nominated for West Side Story.
5.
None of the 5 Best Actress performances nominated represent the Best Picture nominees. Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers, Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart for Spencer all represent movies that are not included in the 10 Best Picture nominees, the first time this has happened since the 2006 Oscars, which is the year that Reese Witherspoon won for Walk the Line. Best Actress nominees have historically been underrepresented in the Best Picture category as compared to their Best Actor counterparts, but this is the first year since Best Picture expanded to more than 5 nominees that the actresses were blanked completely. Meanwhile, over in the Best Supporting Actor category, both Cody Smith-McPhee and Jesse Plemons were nominated for their performances in The Power of the Dog, marking the 5th consecutive year that at least one of the supporting categories has featured double nominees from the same film. In 2021, it was Judas and the Black Messiah's Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, while 2020 saw Joe Pesci and Al Pacino both nominated from The Irishman. 2019 was Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone in The Favourite, and in 2018 it was 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri's Sam Rockwell and Woody Harrelson. As mentioned previously, this is Diane Warren's 7th songwriter nomination in the past 8 years, and this also marks her 5th consecutive nomination.
4.
The Best Supporting Actress category sees 4 first-time nominations this year. They are Kirsten Dunst for The Power of the Dog, Jessie Buckley for The Lost Daughter, Ingenue Ellis for King Richard, and Ariana DeBose for her role as Anita in West Side Story, the same role Rita Moreno won the award for in 1962, also as a first-time nominee. The Best Supporting Actor category also sees 4 first-time nominees. They include Ciarán Hinds for Belfast, Troy Kotsur for CODA, who is the first deaf male actor to be nominated, and Jesse Plemons and Cody Smith-McPhee, both for The Power of the Dog. This year also sees Lin-Manuel Miranda nominated in the Best Song category for the song Dos Oruguitas from Disney's Encanto. This brings Miranda one step closer to potentially bagging his first Oscar win and that missing 4th award, which, if he were to win, would make him a member of the elite EGOT group, made up of stars who have won Emmy, Grammy, Oscar and Tony Awards.
3.
The nominations for CODA, written by Sian Heder, The Lost Daughter, written by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and The Power of the Dog, written by Jane Campion, mark the first time since the 1992 Oscars that the Best Adapted Screenplay has nominated 3 films that were either written or co-written by women. Maggie Gyllenhaal's nomination also makes her only the 3rd woman, after Ruth Gordon and Emma Thompson, to have received Oscar nods for both acting and screenwriting in her career. Meanwhile, Best International Feature nominee Flea became only the 3rd animated feature ever nominated in this category. Not only that, but it has made history by being the only film to ever be nominated for the Holy Trio, that is Best Animated Feature, Best Documentary Feature, and Best International Feature in the same year. Sticking with Best International Feature nominees, Drive My Car and The Worst Person in the World were both nominated here and for their screenplays, marking the first time that 2 Best International Feature nominees got screenplay nominations since 1977, when both Cousin Cuisine and Seven Beauties pulled off that feat. Meanwhile, Jane Campion's nomination for The Power of the Dog makes her the first woman ever to earn a second career Best Director nomination, her first of course being for 1993's The Piano.
1.
With the nomination for CODA, Apple TV breaks through to earn its first Best Picture nomination in only its 2nd year of existence. Also, for the first time ever, 2 partnered couples are nominated for acting honours together. Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem have been married since 2010, whilst Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons, both nominated for their supporting performances in The Power of the Dog, have been together since 2016.
0.
For the first time since 1981, the Best Actor lineup features 0 first-time nominees. Javier Bardem, for being the Ricardos, gets his 4th career nomination, while Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog and Andrew Garfield in Tick Tick Boom both get their 2nd apiece. Will Smith for King Richard gets his 3rd Best Actor nod, and Denzel Washington has earned his 9th acting nomination for The Tragedy of Macbeth. The 94th Oscars is on Sunday, March 27th, 2022. As the awards draw nearer, stay tuned to Adam's Land for more content surrounding this year's Academy Awards, including a roundup of all of this year's nominees and a favourite and iconic moments montage from the past 10 years. We'll be hosting further live streams of Pub Talk on Friday, March 25th, as we lock in our predictions of those pictures that we think will scoop the prizes this year, and again on Monday, March 28th, as we give our recap and reactions to how the awards night unfolds. Come and join us in the pub with your predictions on Friday, March 25th, as we'll be dishing out Pub Talk coasters to the winners who play along. We'll also be live on Oscars Sunday, March 27th, as the red carpet action gets underway, and we may throw up another stream or 2 as the award season continues, with the BAFTA awards coming up soon. Pub Talk is co-hosted between this channel on Adam's Land and over on RobFuz's channel, and you can find the links for RobFuz, DizneyDan and our other Pub Talk friends down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and our friends' channels and hit the notification bell so you know when the streams go live and when the new content drops.